Hello, welcome. So first things first, don't worry, you won't see my face all throughout the webinar. I'll just switch the screen to show you my actual screen with the presentation. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm really excited to show you step by step how we're basically taking sites from 0 to 10K and beyond in monthly search traffic in just a couple of weeks. It's going to be a value-packed webinar. I want you to turn off your phone. If you're watching this on a phone, go watch it on a computer. Super important. Get a notebook and take some notes. And so with that being said, let's just jump straight into my computer and go over the webinar. Let's go. So we're here, the blueprint to taking sites from 0 to 10K a month in traffic in weeks that you can copy. So I wanted to give you this slide to let you know that after today, you'll know exactly how to do all these 4 things. The very first thing is how to 3x your traffic in 30 days without hiring an expensive SEO agency. Second thing is my secret tactic to 5xing your traffic without creating content or building links. Okay. Third thing is the hack that makes you more money while getting less traffic. I know it sounds contradictory, but trust me, it does happen. And fourth, how to build backlinks worth $300 each that actually rank your site. Okay. I'm going to teach you all these 4 steps. And again, by the end of this webinar, you'll learn and you'll know exactly how to do all these 4 things. And as a bonus, if you stick to the end, I'm going to give you 3 things plus some more secret ones, which I'll announce at the end. But the very first one is my 7 SEO courses responsible for multi 7 figures generated. That's my local SEO mastery course, YouTube mastery, AI SEO Blueprint, rank and rent course, my rank and rent plugin, e-commerce SEO, right? I'll break these all down later on, but just know that you're going to get all these courses in the end of the webinar, and also a one-on-one SEO consulting call with me that I can go over your strategy, what you're doing, what I think you should be doing, what I think you're doing right now that can be improved in certain ways. Again, I'll dive in depth into your business and understand how I can help, how I can be of value in terms of SEO to your business, and also $500 in cash. But I'll break down all that later on. Now, who am I? Just a quick thing. My name is Vasco. I've been doing SEO since 2016, so about 8 years from now. I've built a 6-figure SEO agency and coaching program here in Portugal, where I'm based out. I started my agency in Portugal, then I expanded it internationally. Then I built a 6-figure SEO services marketplace. That's this one right here. I'll use my pencil right here, called Vetted, right? An SEO services marketplace. And now I'm building a 7-figure AI SEO software called Journalist AI. My goal here isn't to promote any of this right here. I simply want to give you context of who this guy is, right? I have 2 YouTube channels. This one right here, Vasco's SEO Tips, where I share tips about SEO, and this right here, where I share tips about more of enterprise SEO stuff. So this is who I am. I live and breathe SEO. I've been doing it for a long time, and I have somewhat of a track record. Again, not to brag, this is just to give you some context of why I think you should hear what I have to say. Okay, so first things first, let's start with results, right? Because I gave you a promise at the beginning. I want to give you results of people actually implementing the stuff that I'm teaching. So from 0 to 10K in SEO traffic in just a few weeks. So this is a jewelry company right here, right? And as you can see, it went around, not from 0, but around from 1,000 to 10,000 in just a few weeks in traffic. 0 to 6,000 in just a couple of weeks as well. 2x in just 8 weeks. 2x in 90 days. 3K to 10K in 180 days. And 0 to 3K in 90 days. The results were so impressive. Even SEM Rush, as you see there, commented saying impressive results because, I mean, the results are in fact impressive. So these are all the results. Now, question is, why do you want to rank number 1 on Google? The thing is that, quite simple, more traffic to your site equals more money. Note that most of the time this is true, but not always, right? We need quality traffic, right? So again, the big question here is, how do we actually rank number 1 and make a lot of money with it? So there's this simple 4-step blueprint, okay, which I want to go over step by step. Very first thing is choosing your money keywords, right? I'll go over what these are in a second here. Then is to create intent-based content. Super, super important, right? Because if you don't create intent-based content, I mean, it's quite pointless. Third one, indexing plus syndicating. And fourth, building backlinks, okay? So let's start with finding money keywords. Now, keep note that traffic can be and is to some extent a vanity metric, because I said in the beginning, right, a couple slides ago, that more traffic equals more money, but not all the time. So more traffic doesn't necessarily equal more money, because you can have all the traffic in the world, right? You can have 1 million visitors to your site every single month, but if these people aren't willing to buy something from you, then the traffic becomes a vanity metric. It is quite pointless, okay? So how do you find money keywords, right? You're looking for buying intent keywords, right? these buying intent keywords will make sure that your site ranks and people visit your site, and the people that are visiting your site have the intent of buying. So you won't have this issue of traffic becoming a vanity metric, because you know that the traffic you are getting is highly qualified because there's intent. So again, you're looking for keywords or money keywords that have buying intent. So what does it all mean, right? And what happens when you choose to rank for money keywords is this. So let's say, for example, I have a physical store, okay? And for people to go to my physical store, right, they need first, nowadays, to come to my website, okay? Now, on the right-hand side of your screen, you see a lot of keywords, right? Let's look at the ones in red first. So the ones in red say how to repair an iPhone 16 or how to fix an iPhone 16 screen, right? And people searching for that, what's the intent of these people, right? What are people wanting out of this search after they search for it? Well, we can both agree that they're looking for a tutorial on how to fix or how to repair an iPhone. They're not necessarily wanting to pay someone to fix it for them. Now, if you look at the keywords in black, cost to repair an iPhone 16, where to repair an iPhone 16, iPhone repair shop, right? The intent for people searching for these keywords, right, is much different. While the intent for the keywords in red is them wanting to learn how, right? The intent for the keywords in black, they want to pay someone to do it for them. So even though our website can rank for all these keywords, the ones in red and the ones in black, right? We'd prefer our site ranked for only the ones in black, because the buying intent behind the black keywords is much higher than the buying intent behind, again, the red keyword. Because again, right, people searching for how are much less likely to buy than someone searching for cost or where, right? Someone searching for where is much more likely to buy than someone searching for how. Someone searching for how doesn't want someone to do it for them, while someone searching for where, most likely they want someone to do it for them, right? And this is applied to all these niches, right? For example, for the jewelry company, this company right here managed to go from almost 0 to 10K a month in traffic, mostly for high buying intent keywords. And so again, look at the red keywords. In this case, emerald rings. In this case, it's the other way around, right? The red keywords are keywords with low buying intent. The black keywords are keywords with high buying intent. Again, someone searching for how much does an emerald stone ring cost, or price, or buy, or cheap, expensive, big, small, right? These keywords, the intent behind these searchers, right, is to buy something. For example, if we look at the red keywords, someone's looking for example, ring with emerald stone, right? Or emerald stone ring pictures. They might be doing a job for school. They might just be interested in looking for it, right? We don't know the intent behind the search. Again, on the black keywords here, we know that the intent is to buy something. And so again, don't just look at the traffic as a number, because it can be a vanity metric. You got to look at the intent of said traffic, and the intent of the traffic comes from the keywords that people search for, that your site ranks for. Hopefully it's making sense so far. Here's another example. For example, this guy made $150,000 in 6 months, right? The traffic isn't that high, right? Around 7K. But the intent of said traffic is, right? This is an interesting niche. He's a buddy of mine. He sells these trucks for kids, right? It's quite fun, right? And on the right side of your screen, you'll see the keywords it ranks for. Toy trucks for kids, excavators for kids excavators, right? These are all, or most of them, keywords with high buying intent. Again, someone searching for excavator for kids, right? Kids ride on excavator toy, right? They're looking to buy this toy, this specific thing, right? They're not just random keywords. There's an intent behind these keywords, and this is not done by mistake. This is done purposely, okay? Now, I'm going to help you to find these high buying intent keywords, right? So it's quite simple. The very first step, and you have to put yourself in a buyer's shoes. So think about your business, and this works for any business, okay? But let's say, for example, we're talking about a generic business, okay? Now, what I mean by putting yourself in your buyer's shoes is, if I was a buyer of my own business, what would I be searching for if I wanted to buy X, Y, and Z, okay? So just say this sentence out loud and say, if I was a buyer for the business that sold computers, what would I search for if I wanted to buy X, Y, Z? Okay, a computer or a phone or whatever, right? And so once you have all of these keywords, and don't need to use tools for this, right? You can just use your own brain, because you, as the business owner, you know more than anyone else what your potential customers could be searching for. Now, of course, then and later on you can use, and I'll teach you how to use tools to aid you with this, to find even more keywords, but you can find a handful of them, like 10, 15, 20, just like this, okay? Just by asking this to yourself. And so once you have a list of all your keywords, what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw this graph, which I call the keyword matrix, where in the y-axis we have the buying intent, and in the x-axis we have the traffic, and the higher the traffic, usually the higher the competition. And so you take your keywords and you start placing them here on your matrix according to the buying intent of said keyword and the traffic, right? Now, what you're gonna wanna do is you do not want to target keywords here and here, because these two quadrants have low buying intent. This is low buying intent, low traffic, low buying intent, high traffic, right? Because the upper we go, the higher the buying intent, the lower we go, the lower the buying intent, right? What you want to do is you want to target keywords here and here, because these two quadrants, right, this one and this one have high buying intent. This one has high buying intent, high traffic. This one has high buying intent, low traffic, right? Again, we're not necessarily looking for traffic. We're looking for the intent. So targeting keywords with high buying intent is what we want to go for, because again, traffic can be a vanity metric. And so again, what you have to do right now after this webinar, when you're learning this stuff, and I'll give you training on this more specific later on, is the way you find these keywords is just, okay, make a list of it and place them here and just target the ones here and here. Super, super simple. Okay, so moving on. What's next? So, okay, now you have your keywords, right? You have a list, you know what keywords to target. What's next? Well, simple. Now, step 2 is creating the quote-unquote SEO optimized content. Now, there's two ways of doing it, right? You can do it the manual way, which is slow, or you can do it with this amazing technology that popped up, in a few months back, right? That is AI, okay? AI is an amazing technology that allows you to do the same thing we did before, just way, way faster. And so here's an analogy, right? Let's say this is me versus you, right? You versus me, and we're in a table building competition. So he who builds the most tables the fastest wins, and you on the left hand side have just your hand, so you're doing it manually, you're doing it slowly, and you're putting the legs onto the tabletop by hand. Me, however, on the right hand side of your screen, I have a wrench, I have this screwdriver, right? And I'm able to fit the legs in way faster and tighten up the bolts with the screwdriver. While you have to use your hand, I can just do it so much faster, right? With AI, that's the analogy. And so yes, in the end, we're both going to build a table. I'm just able to build it so much faster. And if we were seeing who could build the most tables in the shortest amount of time, I would win, because you'd be tightening up the bolts from the legs with your hand, and I'll be using a screwdriver. So again, even though the end goal is the same, we both build tables, I just do it so much faster, so much better. Okay, that's the analogy, without AI versus with AI. And so one thing you have to do if you want to use AI, right, is you have to be careful with generic AI apps like ChatGPT, Copy AI, all these apps, because they're not able to produce SEO optimized, SEO tailored content that actually ranks and that actually is valuable, right? Most of these tools just spit out regurgitated, like AI generic type of content that just, quite frankly, doesn't work. And the reason why I know is because I've tested all of them, okay? So don't use ChatGPT. So we do have our own AI for SEO, right? It's tailored to rank sites on Google. It's tailored for SEO. You can feed in your brand, feed in your ideas, and it's able to produce brand tailored content with your own brand's tone of voice, brand's mannerisms, images, all this stuff. So I do want to mention this right here, but more on that later on. Okay, just make sure to do not use these generic tools. Okay, very, very important, because they're just not going to work. Okay, now, most important, right? The most important thing right here is content, right? Let's say, for example, I'm in the niche of, I have a plastic surgery clinic and I want to promote a service that I have, which is Botox, right? In specific, for example, for middle-aged women, okay? Now, what you see here on the left-hand side of the screen is an article produced, right, with AI, talking about the benefits or Botox for middle-aged women, right? There's in-article images, there's a featured image, there's tables of contents, key takeaways, there's internal links, there's external links, there's even in-article videos relevant to what the article is about. This is all done with AI, by the way, right? And on the right side of the screen, you'll see, okay, this article is actually valuable, right? And brings in almost 2,000 in monthly rank search traffic to this client site. So it does work, right? As long as you're using a proper AI tool and not producing just generic content, okay? So moving on to step 3, it's the 2-step essentials. It's indexing and syndication. Now, indexing is quite simple, right? If the content you're producing isn't indexed on Google or Bing, it will not appear in search engines. So this is where content isn't indexed on Google, just doesn't show anything, right? This is when, of course, it is indexed. It just shows you something, right? Again, if your content isn't indexed in the engine of search, in the search engine, whether that's Google, Bing, or whatever, right, it won't show up, so people won't go to your site. So you need to make sure your content is indexed. For Google, it's quite simple. Just hop on into Google Search Console, submit the URL, like click request indexing. It'll take like a few hours. It'll be indexed, right? It is a manual process. I'll show you later on how to do it with AI, but as of now, it is a manual process, okay? But you need to do this. You need to make sure the articles are indexed, right? Then social syndication, right? This is essentially the process of syndicating your content, right, on your site to social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the social medias you have, doesn't really matter. You need to syndicate the content there because a lot of your traffic will also come from social, right? We cannot neglect social, right? It is important to rank on Google, but some of the traffic and some of the signals Google gives, or we give Google, to rank our sites also come from having active social media profiles, right? SEO is now more complex. So having and syndicating all your content to all the different social medias gives Google the knowledge, okay, this brand is active on social, they're an actual real brand, they're syndicating their content. This is a ranking signal. Thus, in theory, right, and in practice as well, you rank your articles higher and your site higher on Google. So syndicating your content is very, very important. That's it, pretty simple. Now, again, like I mentioned, there's this tool, right, that creates SEO content for you automatically, right? The one you saw before, right? This was all done with AI. That also, on top of that, automatically indexes the content, so you don't need to go and do this manually, right? And also automatically syndicates it to all social media platforms because it connects with all of them. So that's pretty cool. Now, first step, but again, I'll show you this in the end. Don't worry about it now. I just want to tell you that you don't need to do all this manually, right? Because with this amazing technology that is AI, why would you do it manually when you can do the same thing way, way faster just using AI, right? Now, first step is building backlinks. So why would you do it and how do you build these backlinks, right? So reason why you should do it is quite simple because they just work, right? They just work. And I know this is a lot of screenshots right here, but what you see here is essentially a couple of case studies for different niches, right? For clients we built links for, right? Began link building here, traffic went up, right? Began link building here, traffic went up. Began link building here, traffic went up, right? Traffic just goes up when you start building links. Of course, like I said, you cannot just focus on step 4. That's why there's 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You need to focus on all 4. But the 4th step, link building, here's why it's very important because it just works, right? Link building does work. Here's a couple more results, right? The jewelry company I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar. Here's more, right? Here's all these ones again. You can take a screenshot if you'd like to read this further later on, but I'll give you access to a course that goes over every single one of these case studies in super detail, who they are, what they did, what they didn't do, why they did it. So don't worry about it, right? I'll give you access to a course basically where you can just essentially just copy exactly what they did. So don't worry about it. But this is why you should do it because it just works, right? Building links gets you more rankings, which gets you more traffic. Now, again, like I said, because it works. Now, before I go over how to do it, right, I want to just give you a little hint on where, because people always ask me, where do you build a backlink? So you just want to keep it natural. Again, I give you a course where you can learn a bit more about this in depth, but just build a backlink to your homepage, to your money pages, and to your blog post pages. Money pages are quite simply product pages, service pages, so pages where a person goes to, the intent, right? They're readier to buy, or they're more ready to buy, than people looking at a blog post page. Just brief overview, quite simple, okay? Now, how do you actually build backlinks, right? It's very important, right? In my opinion, you should be only building these 2 types of backlinks: guest posts and niche edits. What a guest post is essentially a link placed on a new post. So a new post is created on, for example, Forbes, right? And has a link to your site. That's a guest post. A niche edit, similar to a guest post, the main difference is that it is a link placed on an existing post. So let's say, for example, Forbes has a post that they posted 2 years ago, right? And they edit the article today to add a link to your site. So again, you're getting a link from an existing post to your site with a niche edit. With a guest post, it is a link on a new post, right? And there's a 3-step process to building these links. And I mean, there's a bunch more types of links. And again, I'll give you a course at the end on how to build all these links because there's like 20 different types of links, but I'll just focus on these 2 right now because they're the most powerful. But to build these 2 types of links, there's a 3-step process. Very first one is, of course, finding your sites, right? Where do I find sites, right? Then is outreaching to these sites to ask, hey, listen, give me a link, right? And then, of course, is the payment, right? And when it comes to finding sites, you can either find new sites or you can just basically make a list of your competitors, right? And copy every single backlink they have, right? And if you copy all the backlinks they have, plus add some more on top, right? You quite simply outrank them. So that's a strategy I like a lot, is basically to copy the links of my competitors, then build more on top. Okay. Now, like I said, the 3-step process, it is in this course. Again, I'll give you the access to this at the end. It is a 30-hour course, I think, with 8 modules, giving you step-by-step actionable tips you can literally follow. Even if you close your eyes and just listen to my voice, I'll literally tell you exactly what you need to do to build these exact links that you see here on the screen that give people these exact results. Because the screenshots you see here are from backlinks that I teach how to build on this course. Okay, so again, I don't have time on this webinar, unfortunately, because it is quite a long, as you saw, 30-hour, 8 modules, quite a long process, in-depth, boring, but as you can see, it just works. Okay, but again, I'll give you access to this course at the end, so don't worry about it. Okay, now here's the blueprint, right? You choose your keywords, high buying intent keywords. Don't forget, very important, right? Then you produce content, right, based off those keywords, right? Then of course you publish it. WordPress, Shopify, Webflow, Weebly, Wix, whichever CMS you're using, right? We make sure it's indexed, we make sure we syndicate it, and we make money, right? And then, of course, we build backlinks to this content. That's the blueprint, super simple. Now, like I said before, you can do all this manually, right? You can choose the keywords manually, you can create the content manually, build links manually, publish it manually, index it manually, syndicate it manually, which is slow, right? Or you can do the exact same thing with AI. And again, I'm very biased about AI, but I think we can all agree that AI is an amazing technology that we should all be leveraging, because the people that don't leverage AI are just going to get left behind, right? So there's no reason why we shouldn't leverage it, because again, you can do the exact same thing as you see here on the right-hand side of your screen. We do the exact same thing. We can just do it so much faster, right? We can iterate so much faster. We can fail so much faster, so that we can succeed so much faster. It's just amazing, right? Now, this AI right here in specific, it's not ChatGPT, none of that, right? Because those are untailored. It finds high buying intent keywords for you. It then generates SEO optimized content, automatically publishes it, automatically syndicates it, indexes it, gets you backlinks, and allows you to update existing content. It is super powerful, okay? It basically automates 99% of the process for you, right? Again, finds the keywords, generates the content, publishes it, indexes it, syndicates it, updates existing content, and gets you backlinks. So all the stuff that I talked about does it all basically for you, okay? And so I want to give you a quick demo, like 60 seconds on how it works, so you can see the actual beast and you can see how to actually leverage AI for SEO. And again, you don't need to use this software. You can use anything else you can find online that is tailored for SEO. Just don't use ChatGPT and all these other generic ones. But again, I want to show you, again, you don't have to use this, but I want to show you how you'd use or how you'd implement AI in an SEO strategy. So let me just change tab right here and show you how you do it. And like I said, this is all done with AI. And I want to show you a quick demo on how we use our AI to produce this type of content. Again, you can use ChatGPT. I just really don't recommend it because it's so generic. It just doesn't work. So let me just give you a quick demo on how this AI does it. So the AI, this one right here, how it does it. Again, you don't need to use it, but I just want to give you a hint on if you were to leverage AI for SEO using this, how it works. So let's jump in. Just let me just change tab right here and I'll show you how it works. Right, so we're here. And if this looks a bit different, if you want to try it out later on, if this looks a bit different than your own dashboard, don't worry, this is my special account. It's a account with a bunch of beta features, things we're testing. So this might look a bit different, so don't worry about it, right? And here's an article I generated a couple of days ago, okay? And this, again, is done with AI. This is for a different niche, right? The one you saw before was for the plastic surgery niche. This is for an Audi dealership, okay, in Texas. Again, this is all done with AI. The featured image, table of contents, all this done with AI. The images, the internal links, the external links. And I want to run you through how to generate one of these like real quick. So what you do is you go here to the SEO article and like don't mind all this stuff right here, all this super short, right? Essentially what you need to know is that you need to give the AI input, right? This is the input you give to the AI, right? And the better the input, the better the output, right? You can choose the language, right? From over 150 different languages. You can choose a target country because even though you choose English as a language, right? It's very different to produce content that's tailored for the US versus the UK, where both people or both the countries speak English. Okay, that's very, very important. You can connect it to the web so that the content is up to date. So what's written here is up to date, right? With what's happening in the world. You can even create a knowledge base. This is super powerful. Essentially what it does is you can feed ROI with info about your brand. So it's able to produce brand tailored content with your own brand's mannerisms, brand tone of voice. So you can feed it PDFs, you can feed it YouTube videos, you can feed it text documents, you can feed it URLs. So you can feed as much data about your brand, about your business as possible, so that the content produced, right, this stuff right here, is actually brand tailored, right? Formatting, like you can choose bold words, italics, tables, there's a bunch of stuff right here. Structure, you can add key takeaways, you can select the article length, you can even add a custom call to action. This is really used by a lot of Shopify brands where they generate an article. Let's say, for example, I have a gardening brand, right? I sell gardening supplies, right? And I generated this article about the best time to plant strawberries, right? I have a full article with images of how to plant strawberries or where to plant strawberries. And at the end, right, if I add, say, for example, here, my Shopify store URL or a product, for example, right, it will automatically add a custom section down below the article with a call to action to my product page. So it will take the whole context of the article into account and add a custom call to action section according to the link I put here. You can use this for products, services, any single essentially thing you're selling to the article, okay? Internal linking, this is where you can set up so that the articles have links right here to internal pages on your site. So for example, maybe to another blog post of yours, maybe to a service page, maybe to the About Us page, right? Maybe to a product page, right? These are internal links, so links coming to pages on your site. You can set up external linking. So for example, let's say this was an article about finance, right? We could have links to Wikipedia, we could have links to Investopedia, maybe Bloomberg, maybe TechCrunch. So all these are external links, so links linking out to external sources. You can set up all this here. There's a bunch of features, advanced features right here, which I won't cover, but there's like a video tutorial here if you want to watch it, okay? Then images, in this case, I used AI images. This is AI, by the way. You can use stock photos or your own custom images if you like. Videos, as you see here, right? There's also in-article videos that are relevant to what the content is about. So none of this is random, right? The videos aren't random, the images aren't random, the content isn't random, the links aren't random. None of this is random, right? This is a video that's tailored to what the content is about. In this case, about Audis, which the article is about Audis, okay, the car. And also auto-translate, you can generate the articles in multiple languages at once, okay? And then once you have all this filled, you just click generate article, and this is what it will output, okay? Now, very important, what you see here, you see post to integration, right? If I click here, it says integration because we can straight with just a click of a button, post this straight to our site. Now it says integration because we integrate with all these platforms, Blogger, Ghost, Shopify, Wix, Webflow, Squarespace, WordPress, right? Even custom sites if you like. So again, with a click of a button, you can just send this to your site in a few seconds. Now, just to finish off, if I go here to blog automation, I can set up an auto blog, which essentially is a way that allows me to have and produce however many articles I want, let's for example say 5 every week. And so what this does is we basically connect, right, Journalist AI with our little website right here, right? This is our website. And every week, right, 5 articles, so Monday through Friday, 1 article will be posted every single day on to our site, right? So the AI is connected to your site and it generates, right, and automatically publishes the content to your site. And of course, if we expand on one of these articles, right, they'll look like as the ones you saw before, right, with a featured image, a table of contents, proper content structuring with in-article images, in-article videos, bullets, tables, quotes, right, internal links. So these articles will be interlinked between each other in a way that makes sense. External links linking out to external authoritative sources like Wikipedia, Investopedia, right, depending on your niche, right? External links, all that set up for you automatically. On top of that, right, as you saw before, you can do the keyword research for you. So you can do the keyword research for you, which I won't show you right now because it's going to take too long, but it can generate the content based off of this keyword research. Then with the social media syndication feature, you can take these articles and automatically syndicate them to your LinkedIn, to your Twitter, which is now called X, to your Facebook with dedicated posts automatically, right? On top of that, you can also set up the indexing as I saw before, right? So it automatically indexes the content. So essentially, this automates, as I said before, almost 99% of your SEO efforts. That does all of this automatically for you. There's link building, there's a bunch more stuff again, which I won't bother with you right now. So let's just jump back to the presentation again, and let's get going. Okay, so that's it. Now, in terms of visualization of what this software does, as you see, it goes from the left to right, right? It finds the keyword, connects with your site, generates the content, then publishes it, then indexes it, then syndicates it. This is just a visual map of what it does. But that's not all. What if you could increase the traffic without creating new content and building links? Wouldn't that be amazing? I would say so, right? Well, you can. What you can do is essentially you can revive existing content. So you cannot neglect existing published content, right? Let's say, for example, you published an article 1 year ago, right? You should not forget about it, right? You should update it. the graph is here on screen, right? There was an article which was ranking, right? It was ranking, but then it lost relevancy, right? New updates came out, new stories came out, right? The article we had written became irrelevant, and new articles from other competitors that were posted more recently became more relevant. So eventually, of course, what Google does is, okay, if there's more relevant articles about said topic, I'm going to rank them and I'm going to de-rank this old one that's not relevant anymore, right? But you should not let that stop you from pushing, right? The pushing in updating the content, because on this one, we got 5x more traffic without any new content or links. What we did was we took how the article was before, as you see here, and we just freshened it up with AI, right? With that added images, added links, internal links, external links. We have fresh info, we added videos. So the article just suffered an update, right? We just updated, and as you see here, the traffic just went up again because the article became relevant. So you don't need necessarily to use AI to produce new content. You can just use AI to edit and freshen up already existing content, which, I mean, the results speak for themselves. It's 5x in traffic without content or links in just one article, right? Imagine if you do it all the old ones you have, right? Super powerful. So I also want to show you how this works real quick, 30 seconds demo on how you could take one old article to a new, fresh new one in about 30 seconds. So let me just break it down. Okay, so if I go back here again and just go to the article that I was showing you before, right? I just go here to my history and just type in Audi to find the article that I generated a couple weeks ago, right? I just click it as such, open it up, right? Open it up again. And now I'm going to edit this with AI. Click here, edit with AI. And this is amazing, guys. Take a look at this. So let's say, for example, I think this is a bit too short. I want to give the readers more context. So just go here, boom, and I do make it longer, right? And the AI will make this paragraph longer. There we go. Let's say, for example, I think it would maybe be a good idea to add links here. So I just go here, add links, add external links, and the AI will read through the article, read through this paragraph, and find the best places to add links, external links to. Boom, there we go, links added. I can do the same thing for internal links if I'd like. Now again, you might be asking, yeah, sure, you can do this manually. Yeah, of course, you can do all this manually, but why would you when you can just save like hours and hours on end with AI? Here's, for example, another one. You can take this image, you could say, put it underwater. I don't know why you want to do this, but you can, right? And essentially, the article will take the same image, the same color, the whole context of the article and put it underwater. There you go. That's an audio again, underwater. I don't know why you want to do this, but you can, right? And this works with anything. I can say add a dog, add whatever you want, right? But now let's say, for example, I think the info here would be better suited to be in a list form, because I think my readers prefer to read lists other than paragraph. I can just do this, boom, there we go. It's list form. I can do the same thing for tables, right? I can make it longer, make sure. I can even do custom prompts. I can say, write this in a way only car enthusiasts would understand, right? Or so you can essentially tailor this and add custom prompts and speak with the article and edit it in real time. So the advantage of this is that it allows you to not only generate with AI, but also edit with AI. So that's why you save a ton of time. Add links, change the text, change the images. It's so powerful. So that's it. Let me just jump back on into the presentation. And so again, as you saw multiple times, SEO automation with AI, you just use journalist AI, does SEO quite literally while you sleep, And so here's a couple of results and a couple of clients that use journalist AI. For example, Damon here, there's a review from him on our site right there. There's his LinkedIn. He's now doing over $100,000 a month, recurring from his software. There's two softwares, there's those two ones, there's two screenshots, and he's using our product to propel his site up the rankings, okay? Now, here's another one. Keegan right here, 4x his traffic in 30 days. Right, as you see here, as soon as he started publishing AI content, it just skyrocketed. Here's Rova, an 8-figure company. I actually met with one of the founders here in Portugal, right? They're a fintech. They want to recruit 100 people by the end of the year. They just bought a bank, as you see there, for 35 million euros, right? So they have a lot of money. They're a fintech, VC-backed company with a lot of money using this exact same software, right? And don't think that only big companies can use it, right? Us, the small fish, can also use it too, right? Personal brands, mom and pop shops, or big companies, right? Here's another one, a fintech company based out of Mexico. So don't just think you need to produce content in English, right? You can produce content in Spanish, Portuguese, French, Chinese, whatever, right? With a 50,000 people waitlist using our product too, okay? Now, I wanted to make getting traffic for free realistic for anyone. So how do I give the people the ability to get traffic for free to anyone? And so That's why I created the AI Search Academy, okay? That's pretty simple. Well, now we have 150 spots available, right? That's not fake scarcity, that's just how much people I think I can actually help at once inside the Academy, which includes the AI SEO software, so Journalist AI, the software you just saw, SEO training, which I'll go over exactly what it is, and unlimited support, right? So here's what you get. And by the way, there's going to be 8 bonuses for the first 50 plus a money back guarantee. Okay, but I'll cover that later on. So what the AI Search Academy is essentially a laid out in simple step-by-step training videos and courses of every single thing I know when it comes to SEO. It is essentially structured to get your site ranked within 30 days, right? And if you already have a site already ranking, it is structured in a way that we can almost guarantee that you're going to get more and more traffic with all the stuff that I teach inside. So you just come in, you just follow the videos. Quite simple, right? And here's the courses that are included. The first one is a course on how to rank videos #1 on Google. So it's a 2-hour step-by-step course, right, on the equipment you should be using, what you should be doing, how to build links to videos, how to actually take a video and rank it both on YouTube and Google, right? It's basically my blueprint, right? Super in-depth, again, step-by-step course. Second one is my course on how to build backlinks, the one I spoke about earlier. It is a 3-hour step-by-step list of videos with actionable insights on how to build the exact backlinks you saw before that brought all those results. Again, $300 on each link. Each link that I teach you to build here is worth at least $100 to $300. How do I know? It's because I build these links and I sell them to people. So super valuable course. Next one is a course on how to rank your e-commerce store. So it's tailored for e-commerce brands, right? E-commerce people. So it's a 4-hour step-by-step course on how to rank your e-commerce store, right? Then we have all these 3 courses. These are 6-hour step-by-step videos. The first one is the AI SEO course. So it's how to leverage AI to propel your site to the next level for AI for SEO. The middle one is an A to Z SEO course, not leveraging AI. Maybe you're a bit more conservative and don't want to leverage AI. We do that as well. And the third one is the ultimate local SEO course, essentially a course, 4-hour course, on how to rank local businesses. That's lawyers, dentists, med spa clinics, so any local type of business. So we have every single thing here. And finally, the Rank and Rent SEO course, plus an exclusive WordPress plugin. If you don't know what Rank and Rent is, essentially Rank and Rank is a way to monetize SEO further. So you just rank a site, and you then rent it out to companies and make recurring income that way, right? If you know what it is, I can explain later on. And with that course, it comes a plugin I developed internally, that allows you to do this like basically automatically, to overlay a site on top of yours and so much more. That's super powerful. That's also included. And so this is all you get, right? 7 SEO courses plus the exclusive plugin, essentially everything I know about how to make money with SEO. All these inside the AI Search Academy. Also, this is lifetime access, right? You get access to this forever, right? All the updates, all the new stuff. It's not just some static thing, right? It's not just some thing you get and you just doesn't like move, right? This is updated weekly with new stuff that actually works today, because AI and the SEO space is constantly changing. So it's only fair that I give you updates on what's working right now and what stopped working right now, right? So again, not static in its lifetime access. Also, on top of that, you get access to group coaching calls once a week, right? You can connect directly with me up to once a week, right? And you get past any obstacles and figure out solutions with me. Essentially, unlimited access again, any issues you face, any questions you have, just hop on the group call, and we'll help out each other and giving you tangible tips on how to overcome certain obstacles, how to do certain things when it comes to your SEO strategy, okay? And of course, full access to the AI software I showed you before, 12 months, unlimited access to the revolutionary AI tool called Journalist AI that I showed you before, that essentially automates your SEO, right? Automated setup for hands-off SEO automation. Again, this is limited to 150 users at the time for unlimited access, okay? Plus some free bonus credits. Again, this is not fake scarcity. I really do have to do this because I cannot help more than 150 people at once. And I want to make sure that if people are actually joining this, that I can provide with proper support, right? Otherwise, I mean, it wouldn't be fair, okay? So you're getting all this, right? The AI Search Academy with live coaching calls, the Rank and Rent SEO course, plus the exclusive plugin, the YouTube SEO course, the local SEO course, the A to Z SEO course, the AI applied to SEO course, the e-commerce SEO course, the backlink builder course, and of course the AI SEO automation software, Journalist AI. This comes out to a total value of almost $16,000, right? Of course, we don't charge, not even close to that, right? But we could, right? We could because, for example, take a look here at this guy. He started making 10K a month in 3 months, right? What's his site? Well, he's a Spanish-speaking site, right? That was basically selling tickets for events, right? Again, like I said before, don't just focus on the English-speaking markets. There's a lot of unserved markets, Portuguese, Spanish, French, right? That the competition is way, way less. And so this is how this guy, right, from 0 to 14,000, as you see there, most of the traffic comes from Spain, almost 100% of the traffic comes from Spain, right? 14,000 traffic a month, right? Making him 10K a month in just 3 months of starting, right? So this stuff actually works, right? If you apply the things thought and if you do proper SEO, money-geared SEO, not traffic-geared SEO, because as you know right now, right, traffic can be a vanity metric, right? But if you do the things properly, you can see the results like this guy right here. So again, we could sell this for 15K. Of course, we will not charge anywhere close to that, right? So for the first 150 beta spots, we are making a price of $1,995, one payment. However, if you use the code LIVE, you get $1,000 off. I think I limited this to 150 people. So if more people hop on, well, the code will close, right? But this code will give you $1,000 off. And you can go right now to tryjournalist.com/join and go there before it sells out. Because like I said, I cannot properly do this for more than 150 people because it wouldn't be fair to you, okay? And so go out, open this in another window, tryjournalist.com/join and check it out before it sells out. And as a reminder, this is everything you get: the AI Search Academy, live coaching once a week, the Rank and Rent SEO course, the exclusive Rank and Rent private plugin, the AI SEO automation software, that's Journalist AI, for 12 months, 6 actionable SEO courses, local SEO, backlink builder, A to Z SEO, AI applied to SEO, e-commerce SEO, YouTube SEO, right? For a total value of almost $16,000. But today you get it for $1,995, or if you use the coupon code LIVE at checkout, you get $1,000 off. So just join today, tryjournalist.com/join. Now, I want to show you more results because this actually works, right? Again, the beta that I showed you at the beginning of the video, right? He increased his sales by more than 50% with these SEO strategies, okay? For example, Timo right here. Timo owns an agency. So this doesn't just work, for people with the quote-unquote classic business. It also works for people like Timo who have agencies, marketing agencies that implement this themselves into businesses, right? He's had impressive rankings when it comes down to how easy it is to create content and the impressive rankings we've seen with it. He's talking about the software we're using, right? Journalist AI. For example, Abby right here, right? We're now able to rank our clients very quickly in just 1 or 2 months. So it's insane, right? It's so fast. Again, using the software, which you get 12 months access for, and the info and the knowledge taught in the AI Search Academy. Okay. So again, this is everything you get. Go to tryjournalist.com/join. Make sure if you want to join, use the coupon code LIVE. Don't pay $1,000 more just because. Use the coupon code LIVE to save $1,000, right? And you get access to all this. Okay. Here's a couple more results, right? The 20K a month local business. This is in the swamp lake tour niche in the US. As you see there, almost 90% of the traffic comes from the US. And again, it's just how SEO works, right? He started selling more tickets. What you see right here, right, is an extra almost 1,000 people in traffic every month, okay? So let's say, for example, 1,000 people extra every month. Let's say only 5% of them convert. So 95% of people who search for something, click the site, just disappear, right? Only 5% of them actually buy, right? The ticket of the tickets is around $400. That's another extra 20K, so plus 20K a month just off of this 1,000 in search traffic that he gained from doing SEO properly. Okay, so this actually works. And by the way, all these case studies that I showed you, right, throughout this webinar, all this is included in the AI Search Academy, step by step, who they are, what their niche is, what their URL is, what they did, what they didn't do, right? Recommendations that I think they should be doing. So all this stuff, the blueprints, the step-by-steps for all these different niches, e-commerce brands, local businesses, lawyers, surgeons, B2B SaaS, B2C, every single one of these case studies is broken down inside the AI Search Academy, step-by-step, so you can just copy it, okay? Step by step. All this plus all the other courses plus the Rank and Rent plugin, okay? So again, go to tryjournalist.com/join, get access to all of this, right, for $995. Not $1,995, but $995, again, using the code LIVE. Make sure to use the code LIVE for that, right? So coming up next, I want to go over the bonuses for the first 50 people. I want to go over the 1-year money-back guarantee and also some Q&A with myself to go over any questions you might have, okay? So again, let's go over these three things right now. Just make sure that you want to join. Go to tryjournalist.com/join. I am not sure how many people joined yet and how long the code live that gives you $1,000 off. It is still working or not. Hopefully it still is. If it's not, I mean, well, everyone has joined so far. But again, if you don't want to miss out on this, if you don't want to be paying $1,000 extra, make sure to use the code live for that, okay? So first 50 people to join get 4 bonuses, okay? So the first 50 to join on this call get 4 bonuses. Bonus 1 is $500 cash, straight up. So how do you get the bonus? Well, just build 50 links and I'll give you $500 cash, right? With the info in the course, you'll build much more, many more than just 50 backlinks. Trust me, again, if you join and get the course and go through it and actually do what's said in there and build the links, which will build more than 50, let me know and I'll wire you $500 cash, bank transfer, PayPal, whichever you prefer. So that's the very first bonus. Again, this is only valid for the first 50 people that join, okay? Second bonus is my ebook that gives you all these free backlinks, super powerful. Also, a bunch of more tutorials, in-depth tutorials on how to build these backlinks. So free ebook, which you can use and leverage and build the backlinks here. So I think in this one, we have like 30 backlinks. So you're like, I think even 40. So you're like 10 backlinks shy from the 50 to get the $500 cash. So it's almost guaranteed you'll get the cash, okay? Third bonus is a one-on-one with me. So a 30-minute consulting call with me to discuss your current situation and find a tailored solution and roadmap to get to your goals. So I'll basically come into your business, let's say as a CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, right? And I'll analyze what your business is, who you are as a founder, who your competition is, what they do, and how we can come up with a roadmap and a solution to make sure we outperform the competition when it comes to SEO marketing, okay? Again, 30-minute call with me. This is only valid for 50 people, the first 50 people, because I mean, if I'm doing 30-minute calls with everyone and understanding the ins and outs of every single one of your businesses, I couldn't do more than 50. So that's why I limited to 50. Again, not fake scarcity. It's just literally I cannot physically do more, okay? So that's the third bonus. Again, to get this, go to tryjournalist.com/join. And the fourth bonus is an extra AI Search Academy membership. So if you're not joining maybe with your spouse, with your husband, maybe with a friend, a family member, right? We'll give you an extra ticket to join, right? So you can go through the course with that other person, okay? And join a community and both of you in there learning at the same time. So that's the fourth bonus, a golden ticket for an extra membership to the AI Search Academy. And so this is everything you get. Again, the AI Search Academy, right? Today you're walking away with the AI Search Academy, live coaching one next week, Rank and Rent SEO course, the exclusive Rank and Rent private plugin, the AI SEO automation software for 12 months, right? The 6x actionable SEO courses, local SEO, backlink builder, A to Z SEO, AI applied to SEO, e-commerce SEO, YouTube SEO, the $500 cash bonus, the free backlinks ebook, right? Which gives you like 30 to 40 backlinks. So you're just 10 shy away from the 50 backlinks to get you the $500 cash bonus. The one-on-one consulting call with me, again, where I come into your business, I learn what you do, I learn what you don't do, I learn about your competition, and I'll tell you, listen, let's do this, let's not do that. So essentially I come in as a marketing officer, as a member of your team to guide you to what to do. Step by step, I just basically hold your hand, which is quite nice. And then fourth bonus is an extra AI Search Academy membership, so you can join in with a friend, a spouse, a husband, a family member, right? And again, you get this not for $1,995, but for $995 if you use the code live for $1,000 off. Again, I'm not sure how many people use the code, but hopefully, if you're still here and not bought, let's pray, I guess, for less than 150 people, because again, I have to limit it for 250 people because I cannot possibly help more at once, okay? Now, I want to talk about the money back guarantee. This is very important for me, right? Now, the thing is, if you're not 110% blown away, you do not pay. I'm going to say that again. If you are not 110% blown away, you do not pay. Okay, so you can just basically just test drive the program for up to 1 year. And if you just don't like it, just say, hey, Vasco, I don't really like it. Just give me the money back, right? So there's basically no risk in it, right? But how do you qualify, right? How do you qualify to get this refund? It's quite simple, right? Buy the product, implement the training. That's it, right? If you do the stuff that's there and don't see results, it doesn't work out for you, just, hey, listen, Vasco, I went in, I did what you told me, I really did try, and unfortunately, I didn't see any results. okay, that's fine. Hit me up and we'll just click refund. There's like literally a button for that and the money will be wired back to your account. So essentially you can just literally test drive the program for 1 year, use the software, get all the info from the courses, abuse the calls, right? Oh, show up every week, ask me stuff, use my consulting time, right? Leverage the community, like do all this, right? And then a year from now, listen, hey, Vasco, I don't want this anymore, right? I tried it and it didn't work, right? And so there's basically no risk, right? You go in, it doesn't work for you, just ask for a refund, right? And I want to make sure that this is clear, right? There's basically no risk. So just mark it on your calendar right now, right? What day is today, and in a year from now, like do a circle, or if you're using an iPhone or Android, just set a reminder, right, for 1 year from now to ask for a refund. I want to actually to make you want to do this, right? Because I've bought products online, I've bought a lot of stuff like you, right? And they're always missing something. There's always these great promises, but then it's always on me as the client, right? But I want to make sure that me as the person that's selling you this opportunity, right, to make sure that you have a way out in case it doesn't work out for you. Okay, so again, a 1 year guarantee. You can go out, test the course, view all the videos, implement the stuff, go on the weekly coaching calls, have a call with me, use the software for a year, abuse it, right, and then just ask for a refund if you'd like. Okay, that's it. So again, if you want to join, tryjournalist.com/join, and you can try it before you buy it. Don't forget 1 year money back guarantee. I want to make sure that's super clear, that there's literally no risk, right? You go out, go in, try it, don't like it, well, just give me the money back, okay? Now, like I said before, there's quite literally no risk, right? I was just yapping about, but this is the actual slide where I wanted to reach, right? So again, if you apply what's taught, grow to the training, and don't see results, or just email me saying, hey, I want a refund, I'll give you your money back. Super simple, okay? So there's basically no risk. Now again, this is all you get, all the stuff that I told you about before, plus the 1 year money back guarantee. 365 days, you can get all of this, right? You can even get the bonus, right? And then ask for a refund. So you just make money off of me, basically, essentially. Again, you might be thinking, oh, why is this guy doing this? Well, I'm very confident this will work. And I'll do my best to make sure it works for you. Okay, in case it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work. I'll refund you. But I'll do my best to make sure we can help you out and make your investment in this program, right, 10 times. Right, 10 times better or greater with the money you make back from growing your actual business. Okay, so that's why. And so now I want to go over some Q&A, some questions. I'm going to read the chat and go over all your questions. So first things first, and first question I see here is, excuse me. So will this work for me? And I guess that's the classic question. Will this work for me? And even though I cannot guarantee it will work for you because I won't be seated by your side, I will in some sense, right? I will, because you have the whole like course to watch, the step-by-step course, the coaching calls, the group. So I give you literally every single thing you have and you need to succeed, right? That a lot of people have used to succeed, that I myself used to succeed, excuse me. So even though I cannot guarantee you, I can tell you and I can guarantee to you that I'll give you every single thing I've used and other people have used to succeed. And I know that's probably not the answer to what we would like, but that's just as truthful as it gets, okay? So I think it can work for you because I'm no smarter than you. All these people aren't smarter or special than you, right? We're all the same. We all have a brain. If we sit down and we actually want it to happen, even though that sounds super cliche, it will happen because it's just the reality, right? If you just want something to happen, we will make it happen, okay? So I guess it's the very first question, very first answer, to that question. Then, will this be around for forever? No. So this offer most likely will end once this webinar ends, or a couple of days later. I'm not too sure. But again, the reason why this offer is like this and it has limited spots and all that is because for me to actually be able to help you succeed, I cannot have this open for unlimited people. And I know that sounds super scammy and sleazy and cliche, but it's just the reality, right? If I want to help people out, genuinely, if I want to make you succeed, because if you succeed, I succeed at the end of the day, right? I have to limit this. And so I cannot have this open like forever. So not some fake scarcity, that's just a reality, right? I cannot have this open forever. There might be other deals in the future, who knows? But for this specific, at this amazing price point, like hyper discounted, I'm not sure if it will ever be happening again. So that's that. SEO, is SEO still worth it? I mean, yeah, a lot of people ask if SEO is still worth it. And I mean, listen, as long as people, as humans, use and leverage search engines to search for stuff, right? Which I don't see search engines going anywhere, right? And honestly, you cannot think about, oh, but in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now, search engines might go away. But yeah, you still have 4 years. Would you want to be losing money these 4 years? No, you got to act now. You got to implement the stuff now, because now it's actually working right now. People are making a lot of money with driving traffic to their sites via search engines. So don't think about, oh, but this might happen. The internet might disappear. SEO might die, right? Or search engines might die. Yeah, this can happen. Anything can happen, right? But right now, today, tomorrow, next few weeks, next few months, most likely the next few years, this is still going to work. So don't think about that. In my opinion, I don't think SEO is going away. I don't think SEO is going away anytime soon. So yeah, I just mean, as long as we humans search for stuff, we're going to be using search engines, and we can optimize for those search engines. We can do SEO for those search engines, which leads me to the last question right here, which is, doesn't Google hate using AI for SEO? Isn't it against their terms of services? No, it is not, right? When AI became super popularized with ChatGPT, everyone didn't know what to do, right? Even Google didn't know what to do, and they started saying, it wasn't really good. But nowadays, if you go read through their terms of services and their press releases, they say, hey, listen, we don't really care if the content is AI or not, as long as it is valuable to the users. So as long as the content you're producing is valuable to the users, and you can produce valuable content using AI, as you saw before, right? As long as the things you're producing are valuable to the end user and it satisfies their search intent, Google doesn't care if it's me writing it as a human, a robot writing it, a dog, a dolphin, a wall, doesn't matter, right? As long as it is valuable to the end user, it will be there and it will rank. So don't think about AI as something that people don't like and search engines and Google doesn't like. They don't care, right? Think about AI as it's amazing technology that you can use to just leverage and get ahead. Because, like I said before, the people who don't leverage AI, they're just going to get left behind. So yeah, that's it. If you have more questions, drop them still in the chat, and I'll get them maybe at the end of the webinar or even via email to you. I'll reach out. So don't worry about it. Still leave them there. And yeah, let's just move on from now to the next slide. I understand, right? If you're skeptical, it's okay, right? But I just wanted to blast this slide right here with a bunch of reviews of actual real users and real people that have either used the software or went through the training, right? That it actually works. Like, these are not people smarter than you, right? These are just regular people like me and you, right? I just want to show you this. I just want to put real faces of real people here that gave me testimonials, right, of using the product. That are, just work for their business. So, and again, I understand that you're skeptical. You might be thinking, oh, but this works for all these people, but it won't work for me. Right? I can assure you it can work for you, right? If you do the work. In case it doesn't, well, you have the 1 year refund money back guarantee. So not a worry as well. So again, that's it. That's the webinar. If you go to tryjournalist.com/join, make sure to use the code LIVE. Again, I'm not sure how many codes are left. Hopefully there's still some, but you get access to the AI Search Academy, the live coaching once a week, the Rank and Rent SEO course, the exclusive Rank and Rent private plugin, 12 months access to the AI SEO automation software, Journalist AI, 6 actionable SEO courses, whether you're a local business, whether you just want to learn to build backlinks, whether you want to learn every single thing that is to learn about SEO, using AI or not using AI, SEO for your e-commerce store, video SEO or YouTube SEO, all these multiple hour-long courses with literally step-by-step blueprints. You just have to copy along, just literally copy step-by-step by steps. It couldn't be easier than this, right? Then, for the first 50 people that join, you get the $500 cash bonus, right? The free backlinks ebook, a one-on-one consulting call with me again, where I basically come into your business and say, listen, let's do this, let's not do that. Basically, I'm not saying I'll fix your business, but I'll give you some guidance where I think we should be going in terms of SEO. And of course, the extra AI Search Academy membership. So you can join with a family member, a brother, a sister, a father-in-law, whoever you want to join it with, a friend, you can join it with them. Again, not 1995, but 995 with the code LIVE. Again, go to tryjournalist.com/join. Guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I'm not sure for how long I'll keep this offer open. I'll be honest with you again, this is not some fake scarcity. Again, I'm not sure how this will be open for, because if all the people that join give me a good amount of work, right, I maybe have to close this offer. So again, I'm not sure how long after the webinar I'll leave this offer open. It's not guaranteed that it will become open. So if you want to join, you might join now. You might need to join now and use the code LIVE to do so. Again, guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully you got some value out of this, and hopefully I'll see you on the inside. Take care.